Chile wine, as a new star in the wine world, has been arousing more and more attention in recent years. The volume of exports grows very quickly with the enhancement of its quality. As a new world wine region, Chile has a long viticulture history dating back to the 16th century. In the middle of 18th century, French wine varieties such as Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot were introduced there. In the early 1980s, a renaissance began with the introduction of stainless steel fermentation tanks and the use of oak barrels for aging. We are lucky to have 5 excellent Chile wines to go with the French dinner in Vinexpo in Bordeaux.
Good evening, welcome. It's nice to have you in Bordeaux tonight for that dinner around Chilean wines. We are during Vinexpo, which is a major wine fair where all the wines from all over the world are featured. And tonight we are going to enjoy Chilean wines over food. I'm sure you will enjoy. I am very pleased to introduce my 3 partners at Viña Aquitania, a Chilean wine. Maybe we start with the oldest, Guillain de Montgolfier. Guillain de Montgolfier is a long-term friend and a famous man from Champagne in France. Also an agronomist, as I am myself. And the third partner is Paul Pontalier, also from Bordeaux. Famous director of Chateau Margaux, one of the most famous chateaux, probably the most famous chateau in France, and also a specialist of winemaking and agronomy. So these are 3 of the 4 partners of Viña Aquitania. The 4th one lives in Chile, so he cannot join us tonight. And we'll start the dinner by opening the first wine. And as often in France, we start with a white wine, and then we go to red wines. So we start opening this bottle, which is a Chardonnay made from the Chardonnay grape, a white grape, which initially was from Burgundy, but which is now grown all over the world, and especially in Chile, but in a very special location in Chile, in a place we discovered where nobody has never thought of growing vines, and this is the only vineyard existing in the south of Chile. And we start by removing the foil, which is there to protect the cork, so we just cut around and we remove it. That's very simple. And then we remove the cork. It's a long cork because it's a wine which can age very well. Many people believe that only the red wine can age, but some real rich white wine can also age very well. And we have this very lovely noise. Can you hear that?
The host chose the Sodeso Chardonnay to go with the appetizer. The Chardonnay of Sodeso grows at Turanguin, the most southern vineyard of Chile, 400 miles south of San Diego. The cool climate there helps greatly in preserving the natural acidity of the grapes.
It's a very nice bottle of Chardonnay from the south of Chile. Chardonnay makes a white wine with sol de sol, that means sol from sun and soil from soil. So it's sun and earth. And so now if we want to drink, we have to open it. Right temperature, quite cold. Ooh, 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 ooh. And the noise. It's perfect. It's correct. It's perfect. And then, ready to be drunk.
Sodeso Chardonnay has a bright yellow color and intense aromas of grapefruit, lemon, and grilled hazelnut with a mineral touch. On the palate, there is a soft butter texture mixed with a variety of fruits. The intensity is enhanced by the excellent acidity. The aftertaste is very long with an intense finish. The balance between alcohol and acidity is impressive, which gives the wine freshness, a length, and an aging potential not commonly found in Chile white wines.
Mostly when we drink white wine, we have fish. And we like to start the dinner with fish and white wine. And this fish is a sea bass. And to complement the sea bass, we have selected leek. The fresh acidity of the leek goes very well with the sea bass. And on the sea bass, we have a light, creamy sauce, which will do extremely well with the Chardonnay, because the Chardonnay has a touch of buttery taste, which makes it extremely soft in the palate. And the softness from the sauce will combine very well with the wine. So I think the freshness of the white wine with the leek will go very well, and the sea bass will be beautifully enhanced by this combination of wine and food. I'm sure we are going to enjoy it very much.
I'm going to open the 2 bottles of the red wines, which we shall drink on the second course. So these are 2 Cabernet Sauvignon based wines. Cabernet Sauvignon is one of the king varieties of red wines produced in the world, especially in Bordeaux and in a few other places in the world, and of course Chile. The Cabernet Sauvignon, which was exported there during the 19th century, proved to adapt very well, especially in the Maipo Valley, where we produce these wines. So these 2 wines, the main difference is their level of quality. Lassoli, the first wine, is the gem of our production. It's made from our own Cabernet grapes and also with some other grapes which we very carefully select from nearby vineyards in the Maipo Valley. So I'm going to open it. This 2004 is still a very young wine, but I think it should be still good to drink, and of course for many, many years more.
Lazzuli Cabernet Sauvignon has beautiful ruby color. It's very elegant and complex, with ripe black currant, black cherry fruit, and the notes of tobacco and chocolate. Rich and powerful on the palate, soft integrated tannins, fine acidity and good oak, with a long and intense aftertaste. The wine is easy to drink with style and finesse.
Well, now we have the Aquitania. This is a very fine wine, not as complex as the Lassuli, which has a much better aging potential. This is a wine which you can drink early. This is a younger wine, this 2006, and which is very pleasant to drink now. Of course, it has aging potential.
Aquitania has bright ruby color and very elegant nose, combining red ripe fruit, cassis, spices, toasted oak, and with a fresh touch of mint. Well structured and smooth on the palate, with soft tannins and a long finish.
The second course we have is a very traditional French dish. It's a beef fillet served with green vegetables. And tonight we have a delicacy. This is a puree of very new, small, special potatoes perfumed with truffle. All what we will eat is meant to match the wine. And of course the wines are chosen to match the food. It's very important for us to build up that balance between food and wine. As you can see, wine is served in the glass at a reasonably high level. Not that high, because when it's too high, you can't smell properly. But when it's too low, you can't drink. And obviously, wine is not just meant to be smelt or to be tasted, but of course to be drunk. And the beauty of what we have together is that the wine refreshes the mouth, which why it's so important to have wine which is refreshing. Wine is not only very pleasant to smell, very pleasant to drink, but also it has a real meaning, a real function while eating. It's meant to refresh the mouth while eating such a rich dish in order to appreciate more and to eat more. So there is that perfect combination not only of taste, but also the combination in the mouth, which means that you always have pleasure in eating and drinking.
We're all in very good mood because we enjoy this very good food and very good wine, and we had good discussion and discussing about how the wine and food combine together. And I'm ready to open the last wine, which is Lazuli 2005, a Cabernet Sauvignon, the grape, the famous grape from Bordeaux, which is grown all over the world. And this wine is from Chile, from the oldest wine region in Chile, the Maipo Valley, very close to the city of Santiago, the capital of Chile, on a vineyard which is on the footstep of the mountain of the Cordillera, rather high in altitude, 750 meters. And being so close from the mountain, there is a very special climatic effect. We have very warm days and very cool nights. And that cool nights preserve the fruit and the elegance and the finesse of the wine, whereas the very warm days allow the grapes to mature perfectly well and to make very rich wine. So this wine really combines the full maturity and the richness. Let's open the bottle.
Maipo Valley, the oldest wine-growing area in Chile, grows grapes since the 19th century. The valley is latitudinal, starting from the Andes and ending in the entrance of the Pacific, with an altitude of 1,000 meters in the east and 500 meters in the west. The natural slope enables a variety of grapes. The vineyards on the foothill of Andes produce the best Cabernet Sauvignon of Chile.
And now we are with the cheese, which is very classic at the end of a French dinner. You know, wine and cheese have something in common. Both are fermented. Cheese is a fermented milk, and wine are fermented grapes. And being fermented, both are very natural and alive products. They're still alive. A wine never dies. It's always a living product. And by drinking wine, you participate in that life forever. Great wines can live forever. And with drinking wine, well, not only you enjoy, but also you improve your potential for a longer life and for a more enjoyable life. You know, there is a tradition in many areas in France. Before drinking, you raise your glass and you say santé. Santé, that means to your good health. And really, we're convinced that drinking good wine is a very nice way of really improving your health and living happier and longer. Santé!
Vina Aquitania is sold in China now. Its high quality and low price provide a good opportunity for average people to taste this great wine from Chile.